I love the two back system. We had it since I've been here as a rookie, and they've worked to the best of our ability. Just getting more guys on the field that can catch the ball. Not necessarily just catching period in the passing game. We also do run plays from the two back system too. So it's just giving us different looks and being able to put the ball in different people's hands. And guys like Boston and Kenny and even Jordan. Jordan's in there with me or any other guys. It's just giving a different look and having the defense play a certain way, because, everybody's capable of doing everything.
Go ahead, Chris, and then Mike.
Hey, Miles, I saw that you met up with Brian Westbrook yesterday. Is there any sort of advice that he's giving you in the past that's really sort of stuck around with you? And what does it mean to have a guy like that who you can confide in or bounce some ideas off?
Yeah, I mean, I was actually excited to see him. When I see him there, that was my first time meeting him in person. He definitely reached out to me through social media and giving his opinions and stuff. But I finally got to meet up with him in person. I like kind of stopped everything and forgot I was at the Eagles autism challenge. But like I just sat there and just picked his brain a little bit and what he thought about my game, and he loves it. Actually, is just talking about the taking it to the next level in the passing game aspect part of it. Just being it's all about confidence and knowing that you can do whatever, and that's what I'm taking off of it, just staying confident and just knowing what I can do in the passing game.
Mike, and then John.
Hey, Miles, now that you've seen Kenny in a couple of games and some competitive practices, what do you like about his game overall, and what stood out to you about his growth maybe this summer?
I love his game. Obviously, you guys can see that he fits perfectly in this offense. Those are the type of backs that's pursuing in long careers in this league right now. Being able to just catch the ball anywhere, either whether it's outside the backfield or in slot, and he's doing both. And his ability to run the ball too is pretty good too. So I'm definitely impressed with him, and I like the approach that he's taken. Just really keeping his head down, picking everybody's brains, staying to himself and just working every day, and trying to get better, even getting me better in some ways too. So getting each other better every day. I remember he DM'd me when he got drafted, and he promised me that we was going to get each other better, and he's definitely been doing that. So I definitely like him.
How has he gotten you better?
Just seeing, I think his hands, he probably got the best hands in the room, and I'm not afraid to say that. He has very natural hands. He practices without gloves, just to make it easier on when he does put gloves on, and I like that, and just making me work 10 times harder.
Go ahead, John, and then Ed.
Hey, Miles. Nick has talked a lot about how he values the joint practices, the reps, and that. From a running back's perspective, can you kind of tell us the difference between those joint practices and live exhibition games? Because obviously, as a running back, you guys kind of shine when you can break tackles and things like that.
Yeah, I love the way the joint practice are going. I think they're very important as far as just as a team aspect. We're the starters and stuff. We're all getting a lot of reps in these joint practices. I know you guys might not see all of us playing in the preseason game, but we're definitely getting a lot of work in the joint practices, which is really mostly the starters that's practicing, and that's probably better work than, not saying better work, but that's just as much as work as playing in the game, which is all the starters don't play in the preseason game. So when he's resting us, it's just really just taking care of us. We had a certain camp where we're getting a lot of work in, and really good work in. That to the point I feel like we're getting better each and every day. But he's also looking out for us during practice. The way our practices are going, and how he gives us downtime and just have certain players chill. But the preseason games are also for opportunities for the younger guys and guys that's been drafted later and guys that's going from team to team trying to make a team. And it's also just giving them more reps for them to put out there and hopefully keep their journey going and their career going. But as far as the joint practices, I think that we're getting a lot of work and really good work out there too.
Ed, and then Martin.
Hey, Miles. Getting back to Kenny, it wasn't that long ago that you were a rookie. Is there any advice you give to him as a rookie that you remember when you were first in the league a couple years ago?
Yeah, like I said, what I really like about him, which I didn't really have to tell him, was that he comes with a different approach. Like, he's just ready to get better each and every single day. Like, he's always writing notes. He's always asking questions. He's not afraid to ask questions, and that's kind of how I was. I was still quiet, but I also was just trying to make sure I'm trying to do my job the best way I can do it. So I told him, when you got a question, bro, just ask. Because the worst thing is you going out there and just messing up and having no clue what to do. So there's nothing wrong with asking a question. Certain people pick up stuff faster, and some people pick up stuff slower than others. So, and they respect that. As long as you're locked in and want to know what you have to do. I mean, I don't think there's any problem with that. But he comes in every day, head down, just ready to work every day.
Go ahead, Martin.
Hey, Miles. Obviously, you don't want a situation that happened Thursday when, Jalen had to get pulled at the last minute for his illness. But, like, in a sense, how much does that prepare you for a game? Like, let's say a quarterback gets injured and the backup has to come in and you guys have to adjust really quickly, like you did with Joe. I mean, was that kind of like, a learning point for you guys from the game Thursday?
Uh, yes, you can say in some ways, yeah, because certain situations aren't controllable. You can't really control a situation like that. What happened with Jalen, and but yeah, it can benefit us in certain ways, and we can learn from it. But just knowing that everybody has to be ready when their number's called, no matter what position, I think that's probably the main focus point you can learn from that.
Thanks.
All right, are there any more questions for Miles? No? All right, thanks for the time, Miles.
All right, thanks for having me, guys.